and this is Duncan and Thea, and two of my students at Henham Yoga. I'm going to take you through a quick 10-minute core flow. So we're going to activate all the muscles around your tummy, your sides, your back, your pelvic floor, your diaphragm, everything that encompasses your core. You're going to need your yoga mat. We're going to start standing. So come to stand halfway up your yoga mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Spread your toes wide and place them back down. So you have a good center of gravity. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. And then exhale, take your right hand down towards your thigh. Take a big side stretch over. Let the shoulder drop away from the ear as you reach down the leg with the fingers. And breathe into the side ribs that are lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to neutral, reach high. Breathe out, come over towards the other side. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Keep reaching down the side of your leg. Look whatever is most comfortable for your neck and head. Breathing in, stretching open the side ribs. Breathing out. Inhale, lift both hands up high, reach for the stars. Exhale, interlace your fingers, find the back of your head with your hands, and then let your head rest into your hands, so your open palms, and you're lifting your heart, you're looking up, big breath into the expanse of your ribcage, and then breathe out, gently release. Now we're going to come down to sit, so come towards the front of your mat, and without using your hands, easier said than done, try to come to sit on your bum. Good job. So it's just good practice, not using your hands. And then shuffle forward a little bit and place the soles of your feet on the ground. So we're going to roll down. Bring your feet hip distance apart, reaching forward with your hands, palms facing each other. Bring your heart towards your knees and then round your spine. Tuck your chin in, look towards your tummy. Try and get one slow, smooth speed as you release all the way down onto your spine. Keeping your feet on the floor, taking your arms overhead. And then begin to bring your hands down towards your sides, either side of the hips, palms on the ground. So make sure you're comfortable in your back. You're spreading your shoulder blades nice and wide, head is on the ground. Start to squeeze your legs together, point your toes and lift your legs up towards the ceiling. So straight legs rise, and then bend the knees and release the big toes to the ground. So you're going up with the legs and coming down with bent knees to touch the toes to the ground. And doing this, you're starting to activate the abdominal wall. So you can feel something happening as you lift and lower the legs. You're not trying to lift your pelvis, you're keeping your spine and head on the ground. You're just lifting the legs up to vertical and then releasing the big toes down towards the ground. Good job. And then from here, we're going to take the knees into tabletop position, so toes pointing forward. Interlace the hands behind the back of the head, elbows stay wide. And we're going to draw the belly in, pulling down towards navel, towards spine, lifting up the head and the upper shoulders. Not very high, just high enough to feel that you can get that engagement. Something starts to happen deeper within your tummy, and then release back down. Breathe in. And on your exhale, pull your tummy muscles in and down and lift up, hold, and then breathe in to come down. One more time, exhale to lift, you don't have to come too high, keep the neck long, and then release back down. Take the soles of the feet to the ground, hands either side of the hip, and we're going to attempt to activate the transverse abs. So your transverse abs are the deeper abdominal muscles. You've got the superficial rectus abdominis, the six-pack, most of us don't have, but it's there. And then underneath you have these transverse abs. So to activate them, you take a big breath in, inflating your lungs like a balloon. And as you exhale, you shrink wrap the rib cage. You pull it all in and down together. And then you keep going. You inhale, let the chest expand, rib cage lifts. And then as you exhale, you pull everything down and in, imagining the navel drawing towards the spine. One more time, big inhale. And as you exhale, you squeeze that deeper layer of muscles inside. Good. So now we've activated that. We're going to come back up, interlacing the hands behind the head again, keeping the back of the neck nice and long, so you stay down and interlace the hands behind the head. Elbows stay wide, soles of the feet on the ground. Just like before, we're going to lift up on our exhale, hovering the head and shoulders up off the ground, and then you're going to take a pulse. 10, 9, moving up and down very gently. 7, 6, 5, keep the engagement. 4, think of the TBA. 3, 2, and release back down. 1. Good job. From here, we're going to lift the legs again. Interlace the hands behind the head once more. Elbows stay wide. Engage the TBA. So breathe in first, big breath. As you exhale, squeeze the ribcage in, pull down, and lift your head and shoulders up. Take another pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7. Look at your navel, make sure your tummy's not doming out. 3, 2, 1. And release back down. If you're trembling like me, it's a good sign. Okay, from here you're going to release your legs up towards the ceiling, and we're going to do the same thing one more time. So breathe in, expand the chest. Breathe out, pull down the rib cage, engage the TVA, and lift the head and chest. Start to pulse. Keep the elbows nice and wide, looking towards your abs or your knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release back down, bend the knees, keep the hands behind the head. Start to take a twist, taking your right elbow to your left knee, extending the other leg out in front of you. So you're taking bicycles, and you go from side to side. See if you can keep the elbows nice and wide as you twist, pointing the toes as you send the leg away. Sorry if you guys are kicking each other in the process. So hopefully you're feeling something happening. You're feeling the anaerobic workout engaging. So the muscles have used up their oxygen. They're beginning to burn a little bit of fat and start to twist more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, take the soles of the feet down to the ground, hands either side of the hips. From here, we're going to lift up the head and the tops of the shoulders, reach for your right heel with your right hands and then your left heel with your left fingers, and go gently from side to side. So you're kind of sliding the back of your heart along the mat from left to right, and this one works really quickly, so you can feel the obliques, the side waist engaging as you go from side to side. We're going to do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done for staying with it. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. You go to the left, you go to the right. And so you guys can get a good stretch. Take your arms overhead. Let your lower back arch up to stretch your tummy. Good. And then start to take the knees in towards the heart. Roll gently side to side on your lower back. So hug your knees into your chest, take a gentle rock from side to side, and then take the rock forward and back. Start to cross your legs, and next time you rock forward, you can take your hands down and either jump or step, hi guys, all the way back into your plank, or find your way into plank any way that feels good for you. So holding your plank here, check your hands underneath your shoulders, your fingers are spread nice and wide apart. You can always do this on your knees if it's too much. Stay looking just in front of your first fingers, reach back through your heels, and make sure you're pulling in that area between your hip bones and your lower ribs. Keep the back of the neck long. Lovely there. Hold for another breath, feel that area tightening, the lower belly engaging. Lovely. And then start to come back down on towards your knees. Round your spine, arching your back, and then as you inhale, look up, so you're stretching your abdominals. Exhale to round. Inhale to drop the shoulders, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale, curl the spine, press away from the ground. And then come back to a neutral position. Extend your left leg straight behind you, extend your right leg. Find yourself in your plank again. See if you can hold for 3 breaths, maintaining that lovely long straight line. Inhale for 2. Exhale, draw the lower hip and the ribs together. Inhale, 3. Exhale, hold, and then start to come down really slowly, so chaturanga style, bending the elbows in towards the side, keeping that length in your body, staying looking forward, coming all the way down onto your tummy. Good job. And then hover your hands and find yourself in a little cobra position. So make sure the back of the neck is nice and long, pull the elbows in towards your ribs, and let your shoulders glide down away from your ears. Engage the muscles either side of your lumbar back. Switch your glutes on, and if it feels better for you, you can always lift your feet, or if you want to work a little harder. So you can lift the feet and work on keeping that integrity, so you're using the back muscles which are part of your core. Breathe in, lift a little high with your heart, and then breathe out, take your hands down to the ground. Take a little rest, and then we're going to inhale and lift again. So if everything's fine in your back, you can work a little harder, or you can stay with the variation we took. So lifting the legs, squeezing the elbows in, breathing out. From here, you can release your arms behind your back, interlacing the fingers into a fist. So you can use that fist, lift it up off your bum, and pull it towards your heels. Good, so you're rolling the shoulders in towards each other. Big breath in to lift a little higher, and then breathe out. Release the hands down by your sides and relax down. Inhale, exhale. Okay, next one, we're going to inhale, bend the knees, reach for the feet, or you can just kick the heels towards the bum. You don't actually, so Thea's going to show you how to do it without catching your feet. Duncan, you might feel like you can catch your feet here. So when you're ready, reaching your hands behind you, catching the feet or just having them in space, lifting the head and chest up off the ground, kicking the feet towards the ceiling. We're going to hold for another 2 breaths. Breathe in, reach up towards the sky, breathe out, hold. Inhale, contract the back of the body to lift up, and then exhale, release down. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes, and press all the way up into a plank. See if you can press into the back. Good. Hold it here. Breathe in. Option to lift one foot. Place it back down. Or you can stay in your normal plank. Lift the other foot. Place it back down. Lift your right arm forward as though you're Superman. Good. And place it back down. Lift your left arm forward. Place it back down, and then option to lift the right arm and left leg so you're flying on the diagonal. Give it a go, just lovely, amazing balance. And then swap sides, so lift the left leg and right arm. Good, and take it back down. Good job. Come back down to your knees. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands in as we tuck our toes, and you come to a little squatting position. Take your hands into prayer, and we're going to lift all the way up to stand. So if your knees are okay, stay on the toes, and lift up high, open wide. Lovely. Start to hug your right knee in, nice and close towards your heart. We're going to take a twist, which will also help engage the core. So when you're ready, start to release the right arm all the way behind you. That's so good. Pulling the knee in, nice and tight. So you can feel how this is using your core for stability and strength. And then we'll give it a go on the other side. So when you've had a turn this side, great, you can come back. And we're going to lift the left knee, hug it in nice and close. And release the left arm all the way behind you. So you can feel you're pulling in the navel, your sides are engaging. Maybe you test your balance by looking behind you. And then inhale, take it all the way forward. And there, you started standing and you're finishing standing. You can take a big ab stretch. So breathe in, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms come to meet. You can lift your rib cage and arc gently back without putting any pressure on your lower back. Keep reaching up with the chest. And then release. You can take yourself down into a forward fold if that feels good, or you can finish there. Thank you so much, Thea and Duncan, for helping us with the core flow. I hope you feel more engaged all around, from here to the back.